good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And how are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. His daily crumb help you along your way today. Well, we hope so. Anyways. Okay. Ow! Please. Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you. Welcome to the Daily CRUMB with me, Wingish Nibe Majeki Kwe, your friendly, a freaky ass, a sweetgrass water medicine woman. Also Christianna Carr, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. And welcome all you beautiful divine beings right here too. And how grows it with you? Hey, hey, hey. It's a Tuesday, and yesterday was my lucky day. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I'm a Heinz 57. I got a little bit of everything in me. It's mostly Scottish and Irish, but there's German, Romanian, and yes, in my family tree, I see my indigenous ancestry. Although when I did the DNA, all right, didn't come back, and it crushed me. I went to my counselor. I'm like, they can take it from my blood, but they can't take it from my soul. So that's the part of me that I was always most proud of when I heard it when we were children. Comanche or Apache, and an uncle found in Cherokee. Granny Grizzle, Abigail Cherokee, did census on my biological father's side, and that came up. Found my great-grandmother, who I'm named after. Her father, I found a census there where his parents were listed as native, and all the children were Latinos. And I thought, isn't that funny? Back then, two natives made a bunch of Latinos. And then 10 years later, the census, they were all Irish. So, it's been unclear for those things, but there's lots in there. I don't think it's fair to judge others for that, but that was something that was actually a trauma for me when that came back, and that's something the ex would use because that was something that meant so much to me. Oh, they're not going to accept you, blah, 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 but I was accepted here in Nogo-Jiwanok, place at the end of the rapids, by Ojibwe Cree. So I say my name, Wingish Nibe Majeki Kwe. That's the Ojibwe way to say sweetgrass water medicine woman. And it was retrieved for me in a sweat lodge back in 2015, 2016. And it was actually a Mi'kmaq elder that did that. She has since crossed that rainbow bridge. Miss Wanda Whitebird. It's amazing. So that's where my teachings come from. And I'm one that firmly believes that we don't need to explain ourselves to anybody. We don't owe anybody any explanations. That's between us and Creator. Whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe. That's your beliefs. It's your free will to choose that. And you know what? We're all going to have to answer to Creator, Source, whatever you want to call that. It's a personal relationship. So God knows. God knows. Doesn't matter. Well, anyways, that's where I'm at. This is a begin within business where we all begin within. And if we're triggered by something on the outside, we check in and we check up. And what is this? Is this something in me? Is this a lesson that I need to learn? Am I being judgmental and critical of others? Am I trying to do your job? God, it's not my job to judge others, to condemn others, to do any of that. I don't know. What's that I'll say to you, beautiful beings? What's that I'll say to you? This is a begin within business. We begin within here. Right? Thank you. I thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ow. There we grow. That's one thing too. Like, nobody has to prove they're Irish or Scottish or German or anything like that. But others, they jump all over that kind of stuff. Anyways. To each their own. I love you all. No matter what, no matter who you are, no matter your race, religion, creed, whatever, you're a human being. You're here. We're all meant to be here. How do we know? Our hearts are beating. We're breathing. We belong here. And we're meant to be here. Right? And it's all between us and Creator. No other human being. We're not here to prove ourselves to any other human being. We're here just to be ourselves, to live our lives, and to do what Creator here sent us to do, or what we agreed to do with Creator. Whatever deal we made, whatever contracts we signed, I don't know. Again, it's no other human's business. It's between us and Creator. All right? Thank you. Anyway, that's my belief. What do you believe? To each their own. The more one does and sees and feels, the more one is able to do, and the more genuine may be one's appreciation of fundamental things like home and love and understanding companionship. Amelia Earhart. Reflect on ways in which you have opened your heart to seeing, feeling, and experiencing more joy in life. What ways can you open your heart that you haven't yet considered? Well, I had great joy yesterday, 62. I have won a ticket to this amazing summit in Romania, and I know God will get me there because, it's so beautiful. With the diamond beauties and stuff, the legendary Coach Eve, the Open Hands to Open Hearts, or Open Hearts to Open Hands Institute. She's putting on this wonderful, wonderful event, a 3-day event in Romania. And on the Love Illuminated Summit yesterday, I was watching live, and she made the announcement. Oh, because I've been there with all the Diamond Beauty stuff and commenting, and I share everybody's thing, and I'm supportive of all. It was just very beautiful. So I won this, and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. I'm so grateful. So I'm opening it up to let that in. Letting in that more joy. Letting in that good stuff. Because I've been through a whole lot. And criticized a whole lot. And put down a whole lot. My bubble burst a whole lot. So I'm open to receiving all the good love and joy that I deserve. That everybody deserves. Nobody should be shot down like that. Nobody should be made to question their worth or anything like that because somebody else does. Because somebody else, right? It's just something you're proud of. You be proud of that, you beautiful beings. Alrighties, don't let anybody take that away from you. And they can't anyways. It's all in our heads. It's all in our heads, alright? No man can take what Creator has given. Oh no, what's up for you? Okay. Totem walking along with us. So open up to that joy. Feel more joy. Or we just sitting there criticizing everything that we see. And how do you feel? Right? How do you feel if we criticize or we're judging? I don't know. Is that a good feeling? How does it feel to be criticized or judged? Yourself. Have you ever been there yourself? And how does that feel? So why would we want to pass that on? Share those good feelings. Spread around that love and that joy instead of that misery. But they say misery loves company. Not here. When I'm miserable, I tend to walk off by myself. Or I get all silly and swing it. I don't know, some way. I don't know how I'm going to hold these up here today. But with grace and ease. We release with grace and ease. With, with gracefully bite your ass. There we go. Galaxies. We all come from that grace mystery, that original source. And we're all going to return to that. No exceptions. We're all made by the same stuff. We're all here on Earth, and what doesn't matter. Think even aliens were made from the stars and all of that, whatever, right? It's humans made by the Earth. Oh, no. What's that for you? None of us know for sure till we get there anyway. So I don't know. That's my belief. What do you believe about that? We don't know till we get there. So let's stop criticizing each other and just, follow that inner wisdom that's in ourselves. If we're out there judging everybody else, we're not doing the work on the only human that we can change. Is ourselves. It's inside jobs. So if we're out there checking everybody else, we're not listening to what's going on inside us. And that's the point of this whole business, is begin within. It all begins within. Begins within ourselves. in our homes, in our communities, our neighborhoods, and it ripples out from there. But it all begins within. Each individual become an individual. Finding our inner peace and holding on to that, experiencing more joy and all that, and opening up to that instead of closing ourselves off. We're here to experience it all. We chose to be human on some level, and yet we keep trying to escape it. Let's be here now and live our lives. Live our lives, not according to what other people think we should be living, but according to ours with Creator, whatever that is for you. Tapping into those new abilities or renewed abilities. That 4 is about the balance, right? So we're bringing that balance back in for what we need, right? Balancing that out, especially if we've been drained and drained and drained. Now it's time for us to receive more joy and open up to that love and that joy. What has that pain taught us, right? What have we learned from being criticized and all that, or whatever it was for you or anybody? No, I was always held under friggin' tight interrogation. So I do get a little sensitive with that, and it's nobody's fault, right? That's something I need to work through in myself, because everybody, right? Like we say here, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and some people just like to share them all over the place, and we can't stop that. All we can do is, what is that teaching us? If I'm getting triggered by something, well, what did that teach me? Oh, because I was sensitive about that. And this has to do with the trauma and stuff that I went through. And that's continuing. The stuff that continues to happen still in my personal life that has nothing to do with anybody out there. It's all within here. And I'm working on that in here and in here, in my home, the home I live in, this home I live in. And around. I don't know. What does that all say to you, beautiful beings? Right? But that's how we open up those new abilities, too. We open up to things. We need to open up. Or we keep ourselves shut down. We can keep this and that. We can keep fighting and fighting and fighting. And what does that get? Just more fighting. Just more fighting. Ow! I don't fight. Hashem light. So here we grow. Here we grow. What is that? I'll say to you, beautiful, beautiful beings. But it goes zoom into a Mrs. Potts now. But I'm so excited in October. I'm like, I don't know. Oh no, what if it goes on at the same time as a Bold Invisible monologue? Well, that's okay. I gotta take this time. I get it. I deserve it. I deserve it. I've been there for others all my whole life. My whole life. I felt my life was for others. Now I'm living a little for myself, all right? And I hope you do the same for you. Or hey, maybe if you've just been living for yourself, maybe it's time to live for others, right? The trees don't live for themselves. Nothing on earth lives for themselves. They're all here and they all work together. You know, they don't go judging each other. The apple tree doesn't say to the pine tree, you know, okay, are you really a pine tree? Yeah, how do I know? Let me see some ID, some proof. I don't know. What is that? Can we laugh at ourselves about it too? Or are we going to get offended by it all? Right? Those who are easily offended are easily controlled. And I can see that. Do you see that yourself? I don't know. Here, we begin with it. All right. So what's that all say to you, beautiful beings? Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thank you for being you. And shining your light through in everything you do. Don't let this world miss out on all that's you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that you choose to stay here on this earth walk every day. Let's grow, grow, grow. Slow, slow, slow. And make this another wonderful, blessed day. I love you all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Mwah. 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 Thanks for all the comments, too. Because I love it. That helps me keep doing my begin within work, too. Love it. No matter what they are. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever. Thank you. Love yous.